And welcome in to another episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. I'm Terry, all by myself right now. That sports guy should be joining me shortly. Weapon X as well. Maybe Nick. If not, it'll be a quick show today. We'll jump right into the first game. There's 10 games tonight. Carolina is in Toronto. Minus 120 for the Hurricanes, plus 100 for the Leafs. A total of 6 in this game. Carolina 4-1 in their last 5 games. 0 over, 5 under, 1 landed on 6. 1 out of 6 games went to overtime. The Leafs 3-1 in their last 7. 7 over, 1 under, 1 landed on 6. 1 out of 7 went to overtime. The Canes 18-9-3 on the road. Toronto 21-7-2 at home. Carolina 4-2-1 in their trips to Toronto. Their last 7, 5 over, 1 under. Goals for, pretty even, slight edge for the Leafs. Goals against, pretty even. Penalty kill, pretty even. Power play, advantage for the Leafs. Anderson will be facing his old team, and Eric Kallgren will be playing again in his second career start. For me in this game, I'm taking Carolina money line. I like the Canes here in this spot. Yes, Kallgren played very good against Dallas, but I don't expect him to have as much success today against Carolina. I think the Canes win here. So Carolina minus 120 is all I have in this game. Occupancy, welcome in. Hurricanes and Leafs, what do you think here?
Yeah, hey Terry, thanks for having me. This should be a great game. Let's just talk about Kallgren for a second. Coming in, there's a little beginner's luck at hand. It's probably not likely he has that same performance, and with that, I think we're gonna go with Carolina as well. I have them team total over 3.5. I don't think should be a problem. Even if he has a good first period, I don't think I need to sweat that out. I think they're just going to have to deal with that situation right now. But I don't think it really should be a problem. And I like Carolina here. Have them on the money line. Have them in reg on a parlay. I like the spot for them. So, in Rod we trust. Let's go Carolina.
All right. NHL fan, no longer Stars fan, now NHL fan. How's it going today? What do you think about here, Leafs and Canes?
Yeah, it's going to be a good game, even though we're not getting Matthews. Canes are on a back-to-back tonight. They play the Caps tomorrow. So it's going to be an interesting stretch for the Canes. Kallgren stood on his head against the Stars. I think we'll get a little bit of regression, but I think it's going to be a really good game. I like the Canes in this spot. I think they can slow down the Leafs offense a little bit more than the Stars managed to, especially with Matthews out at the end of the suspension. I've got Carolina money line, but other than that, I'm just gonna watch this one as a fan. I think it's good. I think it was occupancy, or who was it that's on the Riley shots on goal? DJ. I really like that one. Riley's been stepping up and shooting, and you only need 3, and he's been getting it at a pretty high clip. I think it's like upper 70s or 80%. So I like that one. I think it's his best bet. But yeah, it should be a good game.
All right. NHL fan has access to everyone has access to the spreadsheet, but I typed in the best bets early there. That sports guy, welcome on in. First game, Hurricanes and Leafs. What do you think here?
I'm double dipping on this game. I got the Canes on the money line, I think at minus 115 when I took it. That's 1 unit on that, and then I'm going a half unit on the Canes on the puck line as well, plus 220. You look at this Toronto team. Obviously, offensively, they've been scoring goals, but defensively, that's where they've had their problems, and goaltending is where they've had their problems. So they've kind of been able to mask that those defensive issues and goaltending issues with the ability to score goals. And tonight they're going up against a Carolina team who's pretty good defensively. Obviously, I think we all know that. And they got Freddie going for them. So I think this is a Kane spot here tonight. I think Freddie gets his revenge in Toronto. I think the Canes, they'll be able to match what Toronto can do offensively, especially Toronto missing Matthews again, obviously. But I think it's just going to come down to Toronto not being able to rely on their offense as much as they have been able to as of late tonight. So I took a shot with the Canes here on both the money line and the puck line.
All right, I like it. I'm on the money line as well. I think actually we're all on the money line. So it's a complete agreement here. We'll jump into the second game. Dallas minus 170 is in Montreal plus 150. A total 6 minus 110 each way. Let me take this off for a second. Dallas 4-3 in their last 7. 4 over, 2 under, 1 landed on 6. Montreal 3-2-1 in their last 6. 7 straight overs. Dallas 12-15-2 on the road. Montreal 8-18-2 at home. The Habs 5-1-1 in their last 7 at home versus Dallas. 2 over, 4 under, 1 landed on 6. Both these teams have the worst, second worst for Dallas road goals for, dead last for Montreal. Montreal also bad in goals against. Dallas about middle of the pack there. And Dallas has the advantage here in special teams on both penalty kill and power play. Jake Ottinger versus Jake Allen. Jake Allen hasn't played in forever. This one was tough. I passed on this one. I think Dallas wins, but I'm not sure they should be minus 170 in this spot. Jake Allen, who knows what kind of goaltending we're going to get from him. So because of that, it's hard for me to have a bet in this, so I just passed. Occupancy, Stars and Canadiens. Any thoughts here?
Yeah, the Stars need 2 points. They've lost 3 in a row. In their 3-game skid, they've been outshot 100 to 91. So something's not right here, and you're getting a goalie who has not played in a long time. He's a professional. He knows what to do once he gets in the cage. But if he's not ready for the speed of NHL play, coming off the injury to a team that has just lost 3 in a row, I think Dallas could come out fast, and I think we're going to get goals in this game. I've locked in the over 6. And I have plays on Dallas money line and Dallas in regulation as well. So that's my take on this game.
All right. NHL fan, Stars and Habs.
Oh, Stars and Habs. The Habs have been getting 3 goals consistently. They've been giving it up. Oh man, yeah, I think the Stars need it. It's a bounce back. They're angry from last time. The Habs came in under their old coach and beat them at home. I think we see goals. I like the over here. I like the Stars to get out and get after it early, so I got them on that first period over as well. Don't know if I want to take a side, but I definitely think we see goals tonight. Yeah, I see it, Turnsy. I want to be all over the Stars. It's just hard to trust them in this little skid they're in. I don't trust the coaching to pull them out.
Yeah, I just had to pass in this game. I want to bet Stars, but I just passed. That's Sports Guy, Stars and Canadiens. Any thoughts here?
Yeah, I'm on the Stars. Team total over 3.5 at minus 115. I also like that look that Turnsy said there, the Stars in the first period. I think, like Occupancy said, they're on a little bit of a slide here, and you got by Knox kind of right on their tail. They're kind of giving them a push. They're all kind of in that hunt for that final wild card spot. So, I mean, I think Dallas kind of knows that, and they got to come out here and win. And then, obviously, like Nathan said, we saw Montreal go into Dallas last time out and kind of shock everybody. I think everybody I knew was on the Stars that night in some sort of way, shape, or form. So I think it's a nice revenge spot, and then a bit of a bounce back as well. You look at expected goals last game; they definitely didn't, and high danger chances created against the Leafs there. They definitely didn't deserve to be shut out. So I mean, I think they come out angry. I think they get to the Habs. I think they put up 4. I wouldn't talk anybody off the over, but me personally, I don't know. Like Audie has the ability to steal a game. Obviously, we've seen him play lights out this year. Sure, he's going through a little stretch where he's kind of let in 2, 3. I think he got lit up for a little more one of those games as well. But he has the ability to come in and steal a game here. So I don't know if I want to take the full game over. I'm comfortable taking that Stars team total over. And then, like you guys said, you got Jake Allen coming back, hasn't played in a little bit. Don't know what you're going to see from him exactly. Don't know if he's going to be adjusted back to that NHL pace or what he's going to be doing. So give me the Stars team total. And like Turnsy's saying here in the comments, that Stars first period puck line is definitely a great look at plus money. It'll probably make my card when we jump off here.
All right. I like it.
Yeah, I've got one more.
And, yeah, sorry, I got. I mean, I've been riding this every time the Habs play at home. Is Cole Caulfield to score? I think it's sitting at plus 250 right now. Just since St. Louis taking over this team as a coach, there he's been scoring at home. So I mean, if you're giving me plus 250, I can't say no. I got to put a half unit on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Caulfield train's one of them, and another thing is Stars coach has been mixing up the lines. So now we have Tyler Seguin on that first power play unit and that second line. He was a third liner and second power play unit guy, so he's getting more opportunities. You gotta see how teams are adjusting recently, and there's a bunch of value out there for props because coaches are having to rely on guys like Caulfield ever since he took over to get a point or to score. There's just tremendous value because books are focusing on basketball craziness, so you can find a ton of value on the ice.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the price for a point is. I think it's probably going to give you pretty good odds. I would assume it's maybe around minus 120, minus 125 if they're putting them at plus 250 to score.
Caulfield?
Yeah, it's minus 140 on iBook, but still is a straight bet. He's been
minus 150 at mine, but
yeah, he's been hitting it at a pretty high clip. I mean, he's been hot, and especially at home against the Stars team that has been giving up goals recently. Yeah, I wouldn't talk anyone off of it. I wouldn't talk anyone off of sprinkling on that plus 250.
all right. We'll jump into the next game here. The Predators minus 175. Oh, are not in Montreal. They are in Philadelphia. My bad about that. Are in Philadelphia, facing the Flyers. Plus 150 for the Flyers. A total of 6, minus 110 each way. This game, the Predators 5-1 in their last 6, 4 over, 3 under. Philadelphia 2-1 in their last 5, 4 over, 2 under. Nashville 17-10-4 on the road. Philly 11-15, 15-6 at home. The Flyers 6-1-2 in their last 9 games against Nashville at home. 1 over, 9 under in the last 10 meetings. 4 out of 10 went to overtime. Obviously, if you look at it here, Nashville has an advantage. Goals for, goals against, power play, penalty kill, goaltending. Nashville should smash in this spot. However, someone in our group chat, someone in the chat here today, Turnsy, brought this up. Drew, it's his 1,000th game, and he's most likely going to be traded. And that I'm taking that, and it made me kind of nervous here to back the Predators. So I'm staying off the game. The Predators should smash the Flyers here, but with Drew's 1,000th game, most likely his last game with the Flyers, I can see the team getting really motivated and could steal one here. So I'm passing. Occupancy, Predators and Flyers. What do you think here?
Yeah, I have to give respect here to Giroux's 1,000th game. The Flyers are going to get some goals tonight, I believe, but also Nashville is in the playoff race. So with those kind of forces, coming together here, I bet Giroux player props that was recommended from another show. I love that look, and that's what I'll stick with tonight. No side, no totals for me here.
All right, I didn't think about that. About looking at. I'll have to look at his props after the show. NHL fan, Preds and Flyers. What do you think here?
Yeah, I think the Flyers do come out hot. They come out hot at home, and they score in the first period. I like that first period over. It's sitting at minus 145 on my book, so you still get a little bit of value there. Preds have also been heating up. Like you said, they're in a tight race in the Central there. So I think the Preds come out too on personal play, tail at your own risk. Both teams to score first period, plus 140. I've got it there. Other than that, not much of a side. I might tail some people's Giroux props, depending on how big I want my card to get. But I definitely like that angle. Thousandths game. It's gonna be interesting to see what team picks him up to make a playoff push.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
exactly.
the Avs.
Oh, I hope not. I hope not. Minnesota can get him, but I think we need a defenseman and possibly a goaltender more. But Giroux would definitely help. But that's Sports Guy. What do you think here, Preds and Flyers?
I was in the same boat as you, Terry. I pass on this game. I mean, on paper, you would look at it and think Pred smash, but just looking at this, obviously the circumstances of today, you got this 1,000th game for Giroux. Probably pretty emotional night for the Flyers. They'll get up for him. They'll want to play. They'll want to play well for him, I think. So ultimately, I stood away. I stayed away. Flyers team total over 2.5 could be a look. I think that's minus 110. I just don't know if I want to trust them, so I just stayed away. Those Giroux props, obviously, I second those as well, or whatever you want to say. I think those are a great look tonight as well.
Yeah, what I might do is because I've been kind of having some fun with the parlays lately. I'll give myself a little bit of credit. I did cash 3 out of my 4 parlays yesterday, a 9-gamer, 2 4-gamers. So what I'll probably do is have a Giroux point prop and a parlay, and a parlay of some kind that I'll do after the show. But that's probably how I'll go about that. We'll go into the 4th game here. Islanders are battling the other New York team, the Rangers. Plus 125 for the Islanders, minus 145 for the Rangers. A total of 5.5 here. Sorokin is confirmed. No confirmation from the Rangers yet. Islanders 3-1-1 in their last 5, 4 over, 1 landed on 6. So I guess this total is 5.5. So 5 straight overs for the Islanders. The Rangers 5-2 in their last 7, 6 over, 2 under. Obviously, the Rangers 25-3 at home, very good home record. The Islanders 4-1 in their last 5 trips to New York to face the Rangers, 0 over, 4 under, 1 landed on 6. Goals for advantage of the Rangers, goals against advantage for the Rangers. A pretty even penalty kill slight advantage for the Rangers, and a big Rangers power play advantage. The interesting stat here, the last 4 meetings between the Islanders and the Rangers in New York have ended with a shutout win. So that's 3 Islander shutouts and 1 Ranger shutout in the last 4 meetings in this building. So it's interesting that that's happened. But for me, another pass here. Without knowing who's in net for the Rangers, I can't make a bet on this game. Islanders have had success, but I feel like this is a Rangers spot. I could look at the over, but I don't know. It's just this game's tough for me as well, so I'm passing. Occupancy, Islanders, Rangers. What do you think here?
Yeah, I agree with Terry. It's hard to pick a side without knowing you got your Vezina candidate goaltender in net. So I hope he is confirmed. This is kind of one of those games where the Islanders, they're kind of tricking the markets. And like the Islanders of old, of last season, of the playoff team last season. That's what I think the markets are kind of picking up on right now. They aren't that same team right now. Like, I'm an Isles fan. I grew up on the island. Like, I just know kind of the way that they are. And this season is just a letdown. So I'm on the Rangers money line. I'll feel a whole lot better when I see Igor confirmed. They tend to split. They tend to trade off 1-1-1. Win one, lose one, win one, lose one. They did that the last few times around. Rangers actually won the last two, but before that it was the Isles. So yeah, I mean, just in terms of play here, and just kind of looking at the seasons both teams are having, I'll stick with the Rangers.
All right. That's Sports Guy. Islanders, Rangers. The Battle of New York. What do you think here?
I jumped on the over.
I think there's some connection issue. I think there's a connection issue.
Hello.
Oh, are you there?
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. You're good now. Yeah, you're good.
Oh yeah, I got a phone call there. I don't know. Yeah, I jumped on the over 5.5 at plus 105. I know start of the year, if I seen these two teams or seen these two goalies like this, Sorokin and I'm assuming Shesterkin goes, it would have been an under for me. But just looking at the way the Isles have played, offensively and defensively as well, in terms of expected goals, that they're producing chances, they're giving up looks. I don't know. I think 5.5 at plus money. It's a nice spot for the over. I think we see a 4-2 game potentially. As for a side, I lean towards the Rangers here, but I'm not going to pick a side. I think I'll take my shot with this over at plus money, and then that's probably it for me for this game.
Yeah. No worries there. Capitals and Blue Jackets, minus 210 for Washington, plus 175 for Columbus, a total of 6.5 in this game. No confirmed goalies as I checked last.
Corpusalo
Washington
is confirmed for Columbus.
Corpusalo? Okay.
I believe he's confirmed. I'm pretty sure I saw that before I jumped on.
All right. Well, that will probably have me on Washington then. Washington 5-0-1 in their last 6 games. They're turning it on right now. 6 over, 1 under. Their last 3 games all went to overtime. Columbus 3-2-2 in their last 7, 5 over, 2 under, 1 landed on 6. 3 of their last 7 have gone to overtime. Washington 18-7-5 on the road. Columbus 17-12-3 at home. Capitals 4-3 in their last 7 trips to Columbus. 1 over, 6 under, 1 landed on 6. Goals for, pretty even here. Goals against, big advantage for the Caps. Power play, slight advantage for Columbus, and slight advantage on the penalty kill as well. Nothing for me in this game as of yet, but I lean towards the Caps here in some way. Looking at it right now, Caps and Reg is minus 145. So I'd have to look at maybe the puck line or race to 3, race to 4. Probably most likely I'll have a race to 3, a race to 4 in this game, but nothing as of right now. Occupancy, Capitals, Blue Jackets. What do you think here?
This game is a pass for me. I agree with what you said, and hearing that Korpisalo's in net, I may also look to add a little bit. But there's a huge card tonight, so I think this is one I'll just keep an eye on the score and maybe tune in and see how it's going, and maybe try to live bet.
All right, that's Sports Guy. The Caps and Blue Jackets.
Yeah, I sent a message in our group chat this morning. I said, I normally don't take 6.5s, but Columbus on back-to-backs, they've gone, I think they're 7-2 to the over 6.5 on back-to-backs. So, I mean, it happens almost every time. And both these teams, the way they're playing right now, I took a shot on it. I took over 6.5 at minus 115. Usually, like I said, I don't touch these, but I mean, I feel like this is a spot where I'm comfortable taking it. So I'm going to throw it out there. Washington, like you said, they've been playing towards the over as well. Last 3 games, you said went to OT, I believe, right? 4-3 games, I think.
Yeah.
So I mean, Vanacek, he's not playing great, but he's not playing awful. I think the Jackets will be able to get to him. And then you got Corpy going at home for the Jackets. And he hasn't been great all year. I think he's got like an 880 save percentage and like almost a 4 goals against or 3 high threes. So I mean, give me over 6.5 here, and that's it. I mean, for a side, I would lean towards the Washington side. I don't think I would take him in reg at minus 145 at this point. Don't trust him on the puck line. Maybe look to parlay the money line with that over 6.5, but I personally didn't, just because, like I said, I don't touch 6.5, so I don't really want to parlay that with the money line anyway. So I'll take just the total, and that's it.
Yeah, it's minus 130 now, so that sports guy got a great deal. I feel like the over, getting it a little early was good there. I might end up riding with that with you. That seems like a decent outcome for this game here.
Yeah, I might actually pull the trigger on the draw. The only thing that scares me is Corpusalo. But hey, if we get a 3-3 game, there's your over, there's my draw. 3-3 games happen like quite often, so we'll see if I get to it. But we'll see. Next up, Penguins minus 120 are in St. Louis, plus 100, a total of 6 in this one. Pittsburgh 2-2-1 in their last 5, 2 over, 2 under. St. Louis 2-3-2 in their last 7, 3 over, 3 under. Pretty even records here. 19-7-4 for Pens on the road, 27-3 for Blues at home. Penguins 4-2 in their last 6 trips to the St. Louis, 3 over, 2 under, 1 landed on 6. Goals for, advantage Blues. Goals against, advantage Pens. Penalty kill, advantage Pens. Power play, advantage Blues. Goaltending, pretty darn even here. This game seems like a draw, so those when they seem like they're going to be a draw, it's too good to be true. Most of the time, they don't end up going overtime. I like the Pens here. I think the Penguins get the win. I like how they're playing a bit more right now. Last game, it sucked. They lost. It was to Smith and net. Now it's going to be Yari. I like the Pens here, minus 120. Occupancy, Penguins and Blues. What do you think here?
Yeah, this is a really tightly, matchup here. My bad. I'm focused on Jari on this game, to be real. Pittsburgh has let up 110 shots in their last 3 games. That's number 1 on the card tonight for shots against. So the data's there. And St. Louis coming off kind of a weird loss on Sunday to the Jets. So they're asking for 27 saves for old Tristan here at minus 120. His last 4 games, he had 43, 42, 29, and 21. So he's able to make those saves. Could see St. Louis coming out firing in the beginning. Jari's just standing solid, doing what he's supposed to be doing, and I have that locked in. So yeah.
All right. That's Bar Sky, Penguins and Blues. What do you think here?
Yeah, I'm with you, Terry. I'm on the Pens. I think I got them at minus 115 or minus 110. I'm not sure. Did this last time when they played the Preds. I took them. I saw it was a pick 'em, and I took the Pens. And the next day we saw DeSmith go, and I think ultimately that's maybe why they lost, or at least what it ended 4-2. I think the Pens had a better chance to win that game than what the final score showed. So I think I like the way the Pens are playing compared to how the Blues are playing. Not a big fan of how this Blues team is playing as of late. They got Jari going tonight. So I mean, I took the Pens here at minus 115.
All right, I like it. Next up, 4 more games left here. Buffalo plus 215 is in Edmonton minus 260. A total of 6.5 in this game. Buffalo 4-2 in their last 6 games. 3 over, 2 under, 1 landed on 6. Edmonton, 4-2-1 in their last 7. 4 over, 4 under. Obviously, Edmonton, the better home record here, 17-12-0. Buffalo, 7-3 in their last 10 trips to Edmonton. They've had success in Edmonton for some reason. 2 over, 4 under, 2 landed on 6. Goals for, goals against, power play, all advantage Edmonton. Penalty kill, though, the Oilers are dead last in at home on the penalty kill, 70%. And then the Buffalo does have an advantage there. Smith is confirmed. Nobody confirmed yet for Buffalo. Am I crazy here? I like the Sabres. But I didn't take them to win. I took them at Buffalo plus 1.5, and I got it at minus 112. I feel like that's a little bit safer, and it's a good price for a plus 1.5. So I like that. I think the Sabres could win this game, but I could also see a squeaker where maybe they lose. I'm just hoping if they do lose, it's by 1. Occupancy, Sabres, Oilers. What do you think here?
Yeah, I made a mistake on Tuesday when the slate was going. I had Edmonton team total over 3.5 as the one I was gonna like see how the games went, and then get in. And then the game started, and I was like, okay, I'll have a couple minutes to get a little better of a price. And the next thing you know, Edmonton just started lighting the lamp, and I was left in the dust. Didn't have any Edmonton on my card that night. They're on a winning streak at home. They're on this homestand here. I think they're playing playoff hockey. Mike Smith in net does not help this cause for backing Edmonton. It might just end up not making the card tonight. Weirdly enough to say, I think Edmonton's going to come out with another win here. It seems like they're focused now. They're lighting the lamp. I mean, look at their last 3 games, 4-4-7. That's the amount of goals they're getting in. So I like Edmonton here. Didn't make my card yet. It's kind of like the afternoon slate is just so loaded. So kind of gotta conserve the units a little bit and see how that goes. And then maybe like try to get an adjusted in game on their team total could be a fair play. So that's what I'm looking at here.
Vito is in the chat here. His best bet. He's giving it out early here. Washington and Reg. I have that typed in for you. That sports guy. What do you think here? Buffalo and Oilers, Sabres and Oilers.
I got the Sabres team total over 2.5 at minus 120. Kind of building on what you said there. They got Mike Smith going for the Oilers tonight, who hasn't been great. I think he had a couple flashes where he played okay for a couple games there when that new coach came in. But I mean, he looks like he's getting old, right? I mean, he's not that's what he was when he was in his prime back in Arizona back then. I think everybody knows that, obviously. And this Buffalo team has been playing a lot better. So I mean, I'll take the shot on him here with the team total. I think Edmonton defensively, in terms of expected goals, has been giving up a few, and they're still giving up looks as well. So I mean, I think the Sabres are going to be able to get a couple. I think they might be able to get 3 with that. How bad that Oilers penalty kill is at home. So I think minus 120 is a nice price for that Sabres team total. I don't know if I trust them enough to take the money line, but if you're seeing plus 215, you could go half unit on that. But for me personally, I think I'm just going to stick to the team total over 2.5.
All right. I can't talk you off that. We'll jump into the next game here. 2 more after this. Detroit plus 175 is in Vancouver, minus 210. A total of 6 in this game. Minus 130 for the over, plus 110 for the under. Detroit 1-7-1 in their last 9 games. 10 over, 3 under, 1 landed on 6 in their last 14. Vancouver 7-2-1 in their last 10, 11 over, 1 under. So these two teams are heading in different directions win-wise, but are both soaring over the total. Detroit 8-17-3 on the road. Vancouver 14-11-4 at home. The Canucks 3-1-2 in their last 6 home games versus Detroit. The total there, though, 0 over, 7 under, 1 landed on 6 in the last 8 meetings. Vancouver here obviously has the advantage in everything. Goals for, goals against for sure. Huge advantage in goals against, power play. And even the Canucks with a very, very bad penalty kill, it's still better than Detroit's penalty kill. So Demko is confirmed in this one. No surprise here. I'm on the Canucks. I'm on the Canucks in regulation. I'm on the Canucks puck line. And I'm also on the Canucks race to 4 goals, which I got at plus 120 last night, thinking it would move. It's still at plus 120. Detroit's been letting in goals like there's no tomorrow. Vancouver has been scoring and winning. I think to ask Vancouver to get 4 goals is not that much to ask at all tonight. Occupancy, Red Wings, Canucks. What do you think here?
I don't have a play on this game. I agree with most everything you said.
All right. That's Sports Guy?
Yeah, I think you kind of said it, Terry. Knocks are rolling right now. It's tough not to back them. They're scoring more than expected, but I think that's kind of maybe some positive regression from the start of the year where they weren't matching their expected goals. So, I mean, they're on a roll. They know what these games mean if they want to get into the playoffs here. This is 2 points you have to pick up. So, I mean, I got the Canucks on the money line parlayed with the over 6. I think that's plus 165. Demko looks like he could be getting a little bit fatigued here. I mean, he had that game against the Bolts. Obviously, we're only let in 2, but I mean, well, he hasn't let in too many in general overall, but he's getting beat. He looks a little bit fatigued. So I think the Red Wings will be able to get a couple, but I think ultimately the Nucks win this game 5-2, 4-2 kind of thing. So I parlayed the money line with the over 6. Question for you, Terry. If I make that my best bet, the Canucks money line parlayed with over 6, how does that work if the over 6 pushes the money line hits? In terms of the best bet odds. So would I just get basically 1 unit put on minus 200 for the Canucks money line then? Because that's what I would get from my book. It would count the over 6 as a push, and it would give me the return.
What I would do if
I
you
just wanted to make sure.
I would take out the total right out of it and just give you the Canucks
money line.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll think about that then. That might end up being my best bet. But yeah, give me the boys on home ice tonight. I think they get it done. I don't really got much else to say.
Hey, I like it. I'm on them. My bets, well, not most of my bets are on them, but I got 3 bets on them. So go Canucks.
I got a personal I got a personal play on the puck line again. I took it that other night against the Devils. Maybe I'll give it out. Maybe I won't. I'm not too sure yet. We'll see kind of how the night starts off. But yeah, I like that puck line as well.
The Wings are just not playing well at all right now.
Yeah.
But anyone that's looking at the over 6, like, I don't know why it's an over 6. The only thing that worries me about the over 6 is what if Demko has a great night, and what if it ends up 5-0 Canucks? Let's say. Then I'd rather trust the Canucks to get 4 with the race to 4 than the over myself. But we'll see what happens. We will go on to the next one. I like this game. The Sharks plus 135 are in LA facing the Kings minus 155. A total 5.5 in this one. The Sharks 2-0-2 in their last 4 games. 1 over, 3 under. 3 of 4 went to overtime. LA 1-2-1 in their last 4 games. 1 over, 5 under in their last 6. 3 of 5 went to overtime. The Sharks 12-12-4 on the road. LA 15-13-3 at home. The Sharks 12-3 in their last 15 trips to LA, and that is from this year and last year. Sorry, that's from the last couple of years. Sorry, 4-2-1 for the total. 4 of 8 went to overtime. Pretty even. Goals for, goals against. The Sharks have an advantage on special teams. James Reimer's confirmed. The Sharks 9-2 versus LA in the last 11 meetings. So the last 2 years, this year and last year, the Sharks are 9-2 versus this Kings team. They're 3-0 versus them this year. I took them both times. The one time I took them live at plus 330, and the other game I took them pregame. I'm going right back to the Sharks team. They own the LA Kings. So I have the Sharks at plus 135, and I also have the draw. Both of these teams are going overtime a lot. They're playing pretty even hockey, so I'll take the draw as well at plus 375. I'll take the draw on the Sharks here. Occupancy, Sharks, Kings. What do you think here?
Yeah, I was with the population who bet the Kings in the last 2 games, and I don't know, down 1 or 2 units from that. So I had nothing on this game. But then when you were going over your stats, I was looking at what numbers really stood out. There's been a lot of overtimes with these two teams here. That plus 310, you might just gotta, set it and forget it with that. That's the way I'm looking for this game. And yeah, I mean, the Kings need it more, but as the Sharks do dominate the series. So when you kind of have those colliding, the tie looks fair. So I'll end up getting that on my card. Cool. Thanks.
All right. I like it. That's Bar Sky. Sharks and Kings. What do you think here?
Pass.
All right.
That's it. I got burned twice, and your fucking stats keep getting to me right now. I don't want to take the Sharks. I don't want to take the Kings because of those stats, that head-to-head. I mean, obviously the Kings are by far the better team. The Sharks were going through a period there where it was fade, take their team total under, take whatever you want on them. You can fade them in any which way, shape, or form. But they seem to get up for these games against the Kings. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be standing here looking like a fool for a third time within like a 2-week span or a week span, whatever it is. So, you know what? I'll pass on this game.
All right. Yeah, Nick decided to go the other way and go with the Kings on the puck line.
I think that's what I did as well. Those last 2 games, I took the.
This is why Nick went and did it. He said the King. He said the same thing. The Kings won't let the Sharks sweep them.
I think I said that as well last night. But now, like thinking about it, I don't know, man.
It's a lot of wins for this.
Do they play 4 or 6 within their division?
4. This is the last game.
Okay, yeah. I don't know.
I could see the Kings winning here. I could, but as long as it's in overtime, I'm fine with that.
I lean Kings. I'm not going to pay minus 155 for a Kings money line. I don't know if I trust them enough in reg, and then the puck line, obviously, I don't want to take. So that's what I'm kind of just staying away. We'll see. Maybe if the rest of my picks flop, then I might end up trying to chase here. But we'll have to see when the time comes. For right now, I'm staying away.
All right. Nothing wrong with that. And we'll go to the final game of the night. Florida, minus 175, are in Vegas, plus 155, a total of 6.5 in this one. Florida, 6-0-1 in their last 7, 9 over, 3 under in their last 12. Vegas has lost 5 in a row in regulation, 3 over, 2 under. Florida, 15-7-6 on the road. Vegas 16-13-3 at home. Vegas 3-0-0 in the 3 games Florida has gone to Vegas. All 3 have gone over. They've been high-scoring games. Goals for, advantage Florida. Goals against, pretty even. Small advantage, Florida. Power play, small advantage, Florida. Penalty kill, small advantage, Vegas. No goaltenders confirmed when I last checked here. I'm going with Florida here. They're the hotter team right now. Yes, Vegas has had success against them, but losing 5 games in a row, now they're coming home. Vegas is full of injuries. Panthers in regulation plus 100. If it was minus 120, minus 130, I probably wouldn't be on it. But Panthers in reg at plus 100, I had to take that. So that's what I did. Occupancy, Panthers, Golden Knights. What do you think here?
Yeah, that sports guy said talk about chasing based on like the card, how it goes in the early slate, and that's really what I'm using this game for. Is if the card doesn't go as planned, to come here and make some back. That's what I'm reserving this game for. So no pregame looks for me. We'll try to get some Florida shooters on the card. Uyghur over 1.5, 2.5 if you got them. And yeah, really just from a spot perspective, Florida has not had a great road trip. They are the better team, and I do agree with you completely there. They're playing much better hockey, but Vegas is coming home. I got to think they're getting it together. I think I saw Patrick out there. He's back on the squad. He was kind of having some in and out with them, but like he's the type of guy that if he does, I think he got on the scorecard last game too. I saw him involved. So he, those are the kinds of little things I think that could make the difference in the outcome of this game. So a lot of good things were being said. So I'm not trying to take away anything like that. But if we are looking at the end of the night, and I'm chasing, the plus money for Vegas is I think the side that I would be leaning here. But hopefully we don't get to that, and the night goes well, and we have a little extra to spend here, and maybe take an over, right? A low scoring start and go that way. But yeah, I mean this is going to be a great hockey game. These are two fun teams to watch, and yeah, looking forward to it.
Awesome. Yeah, there won't be any chasing for me. I had a monster night last night. I went a little bit smaller today just because of that. And whatever happens, happens. But I'm not giving the bookies their money back. Not tonight. That's Sports Guy. Final game of the night, Panthers and Golden Knights. What do you think here?
Yeah, I'm with you, Terry. I got the Panthers and reg at even money there. I think this is kind of just like a fade Vegas spot. Obviously playing bad right now. Missing a ton of bodies tonight. A lot of key guys still returning home. I think everything kind of points to Florida here. It is a little bit nerve-wracking that I think both games on this trip ended up going to OT so far, right? So I mean, it is a little bit nervous. It makes me a little bit nervous to take them in reg, but I mean, at the end of the day, they're the better team. They're healthier. They're playing a lot better than Vegas is. So I mean, plus even money, I don't see how you can't take a shot on this. And then I seen it was Bobrovsky expected. Did Knight play the last 2 games?
Yes. I believe so, yes.
I think he did, right? Yeah. So I mean, this should
It
be.
was supposed to be Bobrovsky, but then Knight came in.
Right? Yeah. So I mean, this should be a Bobrovsky spot here. Obviously, he's the better of the 2 goalies for the Panthers. I don't know. I think, like I said, everything points to Florida here. The caution is I don't think they've won in Vegas yet. They've played 7 times total. I think 4 have been in Vegas. Vegas is 4-0 or 3-0. You were saying
3, yeah,
3-0. Yeah. So I mean, they have struggled in Vegas, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's the better team. It's even money. I'll take it.
Awesome. we will go on. I will bring up this standings here. We'll take a look at the standings quickly. That Sports Guy up 9.6 units, 3 units above second place. Very well done. Occupancy, even. Nothing wrong with being even. Parlay Pieces killing it. Dog of the day. As expected, some are doing good, some are not. Dog of the day is going to be very difficult for everybody to be in the green. Picking underdogs, over-unders, killing it as well. We will go into Dog of the Day. And I will scroll down here. So for me, Dog of the Day, I'm taking the Sharks. I'm doing it. I didn't take Columbus yesterday because I was afraid I might jinx them. But they won, so I should have taken them. But I'm taking the Sharks today. I like the Sharks. Tim went with Buffalo. Andy went with Buffalo. DJ went with the Sharks. Cargod went with Detroit. And Toller went with San Jose. Occupancy, you didn't send in one. You still don't have a dog of the day?
Put me down for Vegas.
Vegas. That's Sports Guy?
I'm trying to think on this slate right now. Looking back at everything, no, I don't really think I feel confident enough to give out a dog of the day here.
No worries. That's why it's optional. Over or under, I'm not doing one. No totals that really jump out to me. Should I take that Detroit? You know what the heck? Detroit, Vancouver over 6. Both teams are scoring. Like both games are going over, so I'll take the over 6. Tim went with Washington, Columbus over 6.5. Andy, Detroit, Vancouver over 6. DJ, Pittsburgh, St. Louis under 6.5. Nathan, Detroit, Vancouver over 6. Cargod, Montreal, Dallas over 6. And Toller, Dallas, Montreal over 6. Occupancy, still no totals you like?
I bet the Dallas Montreal over 6, so let's put it there for me if possible.
All right.
Thank you.
That's Sports Guy. Is there a total you like?
Yeah, I'll rock with that Knox Red Wings over 6.
Yeah, it's kind of hard not to. I think it's possible the Canucks could get close to the over by themselves tonight. All right. Best bets, best parlay pieces. For me, Vancouver raced to 4 goals, plus 120. It's pretty self-explanatory. I already went over it. Parlay piece, Buffalo plus 2.5. For Tim, his best bet, Carolina money line. Parlay piece, Florida money line. Andy is going with the big dog, Buffalo, plus 215. His parlay piece, Florida money line. DJ, Toronto, Morgan Riley over 2.5 shots, plus 105. And for his parlay piece, Brock Besser from Vancouver, over half a point. Nathan from Columbus, Jack Roslovic, over 2.5 shots on goal, plus 221. And he went with Buffalo Edmonton over 5.5 as his parlay piece. Vito, Washington and Reg, minus 120. And Edmonton team total over 2.5 as his parlay piece. Cargod, Carolina money line, and Florida money line as his parlay piece. Occupancy, I sent in his early. Do you want to read them or do you want me to?
Either way.
Okay. Carolina and Reg, plus 125, and Dallas money line for parlay piece. And Toller went with Vancouver in regulation, and Nashville plus 1.5 as his parlay piece. That's Sports Guy. What do you like today?
What's Vito's best bet?
Washington and Reg minus 120.
Minus 120. Okay.
You're about 3 units in.
Give me the Knox in that parlay. Knox money line over 6, plus 165. Money line for me sitting at minus 200. The total sitting at minus 130. That gave me plus 165. If the over doesn't hit, I'm pretty sure the Knox will win this game. So I'll end up with a 1 unit at minus 200. Yikes. But it is what it is. I mean, I'll take the shot here.
Okay, and it was 200.
What? Sorry? It was plus 160. Yeah, the money line alone is 200.
For, okay.
And then the total is minus 130.
All right, I'll put that down there. Parlay piece?
Shit. Am I going all in this Canucks game? Am I going to give Knox money line as my parlay piece? Why the hell not?
All right.
I'm setting myself up for real disappointment.
I sure hope not, because I really like the Canucks tonight.
I love them in this spot, but it's always heartbreaking when it's your own team that does you dirty like that too, right? So I mean, it'll be a tough night if it doesn't.
His
what's this guy's best bet?
Okay, so Weapon X is going Kings puck line plus 167 as his best bet. I would wish him luck, but I will not be wishing him luck. Plus 167.
My best bet is Alex to be on the bourbon, minus 265.
7. And for parlay piece, he is going. He didn't send one. Did he say here in the chat? Come on, Weapon X. What is your parlay piece?
Stick him with something now. Give him. You pick what he gets for all three other ones. You know, he sent in a best bet only and didn't send anything else. You know, you got to give at least a parlay piece if you're going to partake in this.
Here's Weapon X. Nick, if you want to send yours in, type it in the spreadsheet if you can, because we're right at the end here. Weapon X, what are you doing here?
Y'all can hear me?
What is your best bet? What's your parlay piece?
Line point.
Okay, Columbus, line A to score a point. And then he went with Buffalo and over 6 in the Canucks game. Okay, so Detroit, Vancouver over 6 as his over under. Buffalo as his dog of the day. And that is it. Let me quickly check here. Okay, Nick. Nick sent his in his. I guess I'll type it in for him. Detroit, Vancouver over 6. Which I'll get the odds, which are minus 130. Minus 130. If it's better than that, Nick, let me know as soon as the show ends. What did he go with? Parlay piece. Reds money line. And over under. Sabres 6.5. Detroit. No, it's Edmonton, Buffalo, Edmonton. Over 6.5. All right, we have a lot of picks here for everybody. So if you don't remember them all, or if you want to check them out, they are in the spreadsheet in this video. Also, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. Best of luck to everybody tonight, and we will be back tomorrow for another episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. Have a good one, guys.